point.
And there we go. If the Hangouts is to be believed, we are live. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. To the few people who watch this, hello. Thank you for watching. I really should put the link to this on... In fact, can someone stick it on the AbTab page for me, please?
The YouTube link?
Yeah.
Yeah, go 2 seconds.
Fantastic. Welcome to the Storm Kings Thunder Session 4. Hosted by me, Dougie and Dragons, with Dave, Ollie, Craig, and Lee. With that, I am going to give each of the characters, players, a chance to say a quick hello, who they are, and if they've got any channels they want to plug, fill their boots. And after that, Craig will give us a recap on what happened last time. So, starting from my right to left, Dave.
Well, I'm Dave. I'm playing Tamon Falor. He is a human wizard. Channels to plug. If you look for Trekkie D, Trekkied on YouTube, I've got a channel on there. There's not much on there at the minute, but yeah, go nuts. It's me.
Cheers, Dave. Ollie.
How you doing? I'm Ollie, and I'm playing Fingers, who is a now level 3 rogue, a gnome rogue. So you've probably been enjoying his exploits over the last couple of games. Nothing particular I want to plug at the minute. I'm working on a couple of projects. Probably the biggest one is Monsters of the Guild. I've got a monster submitted for that, so keep an eye out for that. Coming out in a couple of weeks. That's about it.
Thank you very much, Ollie. And without a camera this week, but still very much welcome, Lee.
Hi, I play Milo the Patient, the halfling monk. Now Way of the Open Hand, which I'm very happy as my favourite, of course. Unfortunately, my YouTube is crashed, so I can't tell you my own channel. But, yeah, that's me.
Thank you very much. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, Craig.
Greetings. I am playing Rav. I have a second name, but nobody can pronounce it, so I don't bother using it. I am a Dragonborn Warlock, currently in search of more dark and powerful spells to help fight the war at home.
Straight into the recap, please, Craig.
Yeah. For those of you that have been keeping up to date with the campaign, last session, my dog decided to go absolutely mental. Last session, Paladin took a charge to help the Lady of the Keep and the Castle Guard get to her family resting place, and effectively a good way of escaping the Zentarum, who we didn't quite trust at that point. Shortly after we went back to the Zentarum, the city of Daggerford, is it? The town of Daggerford.
Stone. I'm having a mental fart now.
The town.
Yeah.
The town was attacked by a band of orcs that had been run out of the forests by elves.
Nightstone.
Nightstone, that'll do. We were defending the front of the battlements, but the attack on the town had left a large opening at the back that we hadn't previously noticed. By the time we realised the error, the orcs had already amassed around that area and were trying to gain a foothold into the town. Milo very valiantly went charging into the horde of orcs, managed to dodge absolutely everything to get to the Eye of Brunch, and managed to land a few hits, I believe.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he dodged everything, but he didn't hit the floor.
Yeah, he managed to dodge the floor. One thing led to another, and he was eventually rescued by a band of elves who launched off a large volley of arrows and effectively took out what was left of the orcs. And I believe after that, the Zentarum leader charged us, to go and find what was left of the villages of Nightstone.
Correct. Thank you very much indeed. That's effectively what happened. There are a few bits in between, such as rogues wearing pansy pink dressing gowns and making everyone laugh.
And chicken.
And chicken. You sticking Milo on his backside during a training session?
I didn't want to bring it up. I thought he'd been injured enough.
But I would have given you inspiration for that, but you've already got it.
Sore subject.
So, it's morning, 10 a.m. The sun has now crested above the horizon, casting shadows across Nightstone. The Zentarans have made themselves at home and are tidying up the mess that the goblins made when they invaded. So far, showing the promise that they wanted to make this a thriving hub and community. You have been healed. You feel stronger, but not quite 100%. And you have been asked to find the villages of Nightstone and return them.
Right. So, what information do we have on where they've hidden? Can we ask us Zoltari sort of for their location? Is it how far is it and what direction, that kind of thing?
Well, as you very kindly named him last time, Sultana, he knows because of his little flying snake thing on his arm.
Oh, yes.
That they were seen to the north, which, if you remember, when you first crossed the bridge, you saw tracks leading north, humanoid tracks or people tracks, followed by smaller humanoid tracks following them, along with big dog tracks as well, if you remember correctly. And they were across the bridge and heading north. That's all you know for now.
And can we ask them how we should identify ourselves so that we're not attacked if they spot us?
What, the goblins or the people?
The people.
Well, you know the lady of the keep. So her name was, if I remember correctly, Lady... What's her name? Lady Nandar. So you know the lady who effectively ran Nightstone, so you can say she sent you.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd want to or not. Well, you probably would. You wouldn't care.
No, I'm a risk taker.
Yeah. But other than that, not really.
All right. Well, I guess we should head north then. So, my suggestion to my companions is that we head north.
Okay.
See what our fate befalls.
Are there any supplies that Sultana can give us?
They gave you max hit points. That's all they've got spare at the moment.
No bags of dried grapes.
No.
Figs? Let's settle for fig.
No chicken either.
Yeah. Bloody vegetarians.
How about some horses? Could they lend us a couple of horses, make it a bit quicker for us?
They only have the horses they rode in, and they're not prepared to give them up.
Looks like we're in for a walk then.
Yes. We'll see you, Milo and
Taman.
Taman, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
You saw tracks before you came in. I was in a bit of a rush when I entered this town.
Yes.
Sure. I have enough in my pack to sustain at least us for a day or so.
Well, the sun is shining and there's a warm breeze on my back. I think we should head off.
I agree.
Yes, it might be surreptitious of us to leave this place.
Yeah, I agree.
Quickly.
Expeditiously.
Surreptitious and expeditiously. That's
Yes.
two big, very big words.
Yeah.
Could call it an expeditious retreat.
Fingers is just going to look puzzled.
So,
We're going to go quickly.
the drawbridge lowers, and you are effectively given leave.
I have wondered where those villagers went.
Okay, so we'll have a quick look round, see if we can spot the tracks and start following them, I guess.
Okay, so you had a night of rain, if you remember.
Yeah.
So the tracks aren't as clear as they were when you first came in. So can I have a survival roll off of everyone with a 14 DC?
Oh, goody.
Ooh.
I have a solid 11.
9.
I did a bit better with a 16.
7.
Fantastic. So you guys are looking around going, where'd they go? But the gnome is a bit more astute. He's used to picking up the slightest hints, the slightest imperfections in the soil, and manages to pick up their trail.
I think I just happen to be closer to the floor than the others.
I don't know. Halflings are quite small.
Wyler wasn't paying attention.
So yeah, Fingers, you do manage to not really notice the tracks, but you notice the crushed grass and the spreading of the dirt slightly, and yeah, you know roughly where they've gone.
200 fleeing villagers are not easily missed.
No.
I'm quite old, you see. I need to stretch before I go on a long walk.
You smell like you're old.
Less of that.
Okay, so you effectively head north into the hills, and you come across a number of caves on your way. None of them seem to have any tracks leading into them. They just ignore the caves.
How big are these caves? Are they sort of hobbit hole kind of caves, or are they ogre-sized troll caves, or?
Natural formation. I'd say an ogre or a troll, if it ducked down, could probably get into some of them, but most of them are sort of humanoid-sized.
Okay.
But there's no footprints leading to any of them.
Nope.
Do the footprints just stop?
No, they carry on north. I'm just saying that there's other caves on the way.
Well, I'm a city gnome, so I'm not a massive fan of dark caves.
I can't see in the dark myself.
I can.
I think I've probably got dark vision, to be fair. Yes.
I got special dark vision.
That's
There's
what
always
they
one
would
that's
say.
special.
I'm gonna take my staff out and cast light on the tip of it just to hold it inside so we can get a better look.
Okay. Rav, can
Yes.
you make a perception roll for me? Just you, please. DC 10.
At 20.
That definitely does it. You notice a arcane rune above a cave.
Okay.
However, the darkness stops at the mouth of the cave. You cannot see past the mouth of it, which is unusual for you.
I was going to say I've got. I can see magic darkness as well.
Yeah. No.
It just stops. Okay.
You cannot see past it.
Okay.
Kind of darkness that's a lack of light.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'll sort of give you a cursory inspection of the rune, but I'll also call Tamon over.
Okay.
Tamon, you should probably put your books to use with this. This looks like your sort of thing.
Okay, I'm going to take out my book and start researching this rune that is there.
You don't see a rune.
I don't see a rune. Of course I don't, because you haven't told me that there's a rune there. That's the thing. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
You don't see or feel any magic.
Okay.
I'll look at Tamon like it's right there. No, not in the book. There. Right there. Glowing word.
He still can't see it.
I'll take a step towards the entrance of the cave.
Okay. Can you make an arcane check?
Yeah. 16.
The rune appears to be 3 words mixed up into one almost vile rune. Knowledge, power, darkness.
Oh. These are the ways to the dark side.
Hmm.
In my experience, it's always best to touch stuff you don't know. That's why you experience it.
Do it. Do it now.
Oh, goodness. Right.
Yeah, I think to be fair, that is what I was going to suggest. I was going to reach up and trace out the shape of the rune with my fingers to see if I got any sort of feeling from it.
It's magic.
Insight.
It's magical, but it's just dark magic.
Okay.
Mm.
I'll relate to the
Milo,
rest of the group, and I'd like to have a look in here.
because Milo was put on his ass by this person, he's going to shove him in the cave.
So you are going to push him into the cave.
Yes,
A 6'8" dragonborn
I am very
that weighs
persuasive.
180 pounds.
Very confident.
Okay.
I'm very confident in my ways.
Make a grapple attack.
Oh, I don't like doing this.
Is that opposed strength? Is it?
It's up to you. Athletics or acrobatics.
Do you want to know what I wish I rolled, or do you want to know what I...
Do you want to know what I actually rolled?
Stick it in chat. Stick it in chat. So you run up to this dragonborn, push him, bounce back and land on your ass again.
I'll look at him and say, next time, wait to be invited.
Oh, you bastard.
I will wink and blow a kiss.
Tail's just going to swish like angrily.
Okay, Fingers. What are you doing while this is going on?
Well, I'm staying out in the sunshine. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a great fan of caves.
Yep.
If they go past the point where I can no longer see them, then I will sort of shrug and try my best to blend into the shadows, maybe doing a stealth check to sort of try and follow them.
Okay, fantastic. Rav, what
Yes.
are you going to do?
I am going to make my way into the cave. My interest is piqued. I've explained to the others what I can see, and that Tamon can't see it.
Yep.
Or I'd like to, Tamon, could you cast some light on this situation? I'll just hand him the tip of my quarterstaff.
Yeah, I do so.
It's got my arcane focus in it at the end.
Okay.
Okay. If I'm not back in half an hour, assume that something bad has happened.
And we'll move on, yes.
And don't let him read a book about it.
Before you go, I'm going to pass you a spare sheet of paper or parchment or whatever it is I'm carrying, and a little pencil or pen or whatever. And just ask you to quill. That's the word I'm looking for. And ask you to quickly jot down what the rune looks like. So I've got a copy of it.
Okay, I'll do that, and I'll write down.
You try, but every time you try and write it down, you can't put
Sort of
pen
fluid
to
and
paper.
changes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I never was very good at writing. It's the clause.
Yeah.
Oh
well, worth a go.
It's definitely some form of dark magic.
So you are going to step into the cave.
Yeah, I'll sort of poke it with the staff first, and then I'll slowly walk in.
Guys, unlike what you'd expect to see, him basically sort of dimming into dark vision, greys, and petering out, he literally disappears.
Oh, so it's almost a barrier type thing.
That's one less mouth to feed.
Rav.
Can I communicate back to them? I heard that.
No, you can't. As you step across the breach, the world is almost entirely shimmering like water evaporating through heat, but the whole world is like that. And there is a altar set in front of you, encompassed in your element.
Okay.
It's almost burning with your element.
It's my dragon element.
Yep.
Ice, cold.
Yep. It's almost like ice flames.
Yeah.
So the season finale of last season of Game of Thrones then?
I haven't seen it.
Uh.
Is it just the altar that I can see? Like a cave with an altar and ice flames?
That's all you can see.
Okay. I'll take a few steps forward to have a look at what's on the altar, if anything or anything around it.
As you start to step forward, can you make an arcane check?
Oh dear. 4.
4. Ollie, can you roll a d4?
Yep.
Because I haven't got my dice out yet.
2.
You take 2 psychic damage as this voice just batters your head. You've got no defense against this whatsoever. You have been deemed worthy. Serve me, and my power is yours.
Sorry, was that me taking damage?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to Ollie. How much was it?
2.
2. Okay, cool. I'll sort of drop to one knee with my hands. Like,
Claws.
Scales.
Yep.
Master.
You accept me?
Yes. we have an agreement.
My knowledge is yours. My power is yours. My bidding you will enforce. Approach the altar.
As it was agreed. I've still got one claw to my head. I'll stand up and walk forward.
Set on the altar is a book that seems to absorb the light around it. It is swathed in shadows, ornate in red, black, and gold. You see words of power written over the pages. Take what is yours and never let it be gone.
Yes, master. I will use it wisely and well.
So as you reach out and take the book, dark images fill your mind, and images of slavery, war, power. And you get the feeling that you are to spread fear of this being. Not destroy, not necessarily kill, but spread fear of his name, for he lives in fear, and the more fearful the world is, the more powerful he will become.
Okay. Do I know his name? Because up until now, I just know him as like an old one. Okay.
You do not know his name, for to know his name is to have power over him, and he will not allow that.
Okay.
With that, the darkness fades, and you are in a cave. No altar in front of you. Light shining in from behind. Anyone who was looking at the cave at the time suddenly sees Rav stood there holding what appears to be a book.
At this point, I think the strain of it would sort of knock me over, like collapse a little bit.
Okay.
Well, collapse. I'll take the wind out of it.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
All the way through that, I was just about to say something. I was like, no, I'm going to let him have his moment. I was just about to start singing Dovikin.
Don't know which to help me at once.
Milo isn't paying attention.
Yep. And Fingers doesn't like caves.
No, I don't like caves.
I'm probably noting things down in my journal. So you're on your own, mate.
True teamwork. True teamwork.
It's true love, isn't this?
Oh, I probably will look up as I see him hit. I hear him hit the floor.
Just take notes of Dragon Ball physiology from the side.
Yeah.
He probably goes for your book first.
Well, I was just about to say actually that I probably my interest is piqued when I see that you're holding I'm assuming it's quite an old looking battered book, quite an ornate book as well. So I'm gonna head straight for it. As you're falling over, I'm gonna head straight for it and try and pick it up.
Okay, so no, that's fair enough. So Rav is on the floor at the moment, a little bit worse for wear. And as you go to reach out and take his book, it swings shut, and you hear a clasp lock.
I'm gonna say very, very softly to myself, yes, okay. Pull out my notebook and make a note and just start looking at this book on the floor and drawing a quick image. And
I'll sort of lift an eyebrow up and just go.
I'm just going to start walking off, looking quite pleased with myself at the drawing I've done.
So you come to, Rav, just as you see Taman walking away.
Just as he's trying to reach for it, just in time, like, as he snaps shut, I'll just say to him, don't. Not as a nasty, like, don't touch my stuff sort of thing, but just don't. It's not worth it. Something should be left unsaid.
Bit of friendly advice.
Yeah.
Cool. So you head out The bright light hurts you after being in such darkness. Not physically, but it hurts your eyes a little bit. As you readjust.
I agree.
Even the dog thinks it hurts you.
Just like that.
What's up with her today?
She's waiting for you to get the cramp.
Yeah.
And so you're all back outside. You were probably only in there for about 3 or 4 seconds, but it felt like half an hour. Fingers, how are you feeling?
Fingers.
Yeah.
He's frustrated. He doesn't really like having to wait for people to go exploring caves that he's got no interest in.
So what do you want to say to him, guys? He's normally got some sort of witty comment.
Yeah.
I just rolled a intelligence check of 7, so I'm not paying attention to anybody.
You're probably still on the floor.
Yeah, probably.
So Rav, I see you got a new book.
I'll sort of tuck it in inside my robes.
Oh, special book, is it?
It's one way of putting it.
I've got some crayons. If you want to borrow them, perhaps you can colour in the pictures.
At this point, I'm sort of going to get a fireball in my hand, but it's not like a normal fireball, like I described, purple and green. I'm going to get quite angry at this point about like having the mick taken, and it's just going to launch the floor next to Fingers.
Ooh.
Enough.
Temper. And I'm just going to make my hand glow with a little fireball as well, because now I've also got the ability myself.
Minor illusion.
No, I've got a firebolt. It's a
nice
level 3. So I'll just cut. My hands aglow as well. So you're not the only one that can do that, you know. Calm down, Twinkle Toes.
I'm surprised you weren't trying to think of how to sell it off.
Milo will finally look up and this isn't a dick measuring contest.
I've expected Tam on any minute to pipe up with some stats about how long the different species.
No, he's still head buried in his book, and after Lee says that it's not a dick measuring contest, I'm just going to casually say, sorry, Milo. I'm just going to casually say that. Well, if it was, I'd win. without looking up and still writing notes, I'm just going to say that.
Okay. Sort of snicker at that a little bit.
I'll just say, I guess it's a no on the crayons then, and then turn around and start walking off back up the track.
Okay, so you continue heading north for probably about half an hour. And you suddenly come across a gaping cave mouth on the south face of a rocky hill that's topped with pine trees. You don't need a survival roll to see the amount of footprints going in and out of this cave. It is clearly obvious that the villagers are in there, as are whatever else is living in that cave.
Right. Well, it looks like we've found our missing villagers, everyone.
Yes. This time I won't try and shove somebody in the cave.
Perhaps our resident cave dweller might want to go and see if they're all okay. And with that, he'll just give Rav a little wink.
Yes, great scaly one. Do as you wish.
I'll just sort of shrug and I'll have a look around to make sure there's no other strange, dodgy-looking ruins around the cave mouth.
You're still quite a bit away from it at the moment.
Okay. I'll start making my way towards it then. Cautiously, though. Making sure there's nothing been set up to ward off attackers or unwanted people.
Okay. Is everyone going with him?
Yeah, I'll follow him in. I get an ignite in the end of my staff just so I can see. You know, being a lowly human, I can't see in the dark.
I'm going to stick to character and try and slink along the cave walls, trying to stay out of sight as best I can.
Cool, fantastic. So as you approach the mouth of the cave, Rav, there are absolutely no runes or anything that indicates some form of early warning system.
Okay. With that, I'll I mentioned to Tamil. Don't suppose you can see any random runes that nobody else can see.
How much time has passed between this cave and the last? Just out of interest.
About half an hour.
Okay, well my detect magic will have worn off by now then, so I'll cast it again.
You are aware though that's a ritual, so it doesn't use a slot.
That is a fair point. Yeah.
So if you want to spend 11 minutes.
It's about 1 minute 6 seconds.
Oh yes, 10 times the
Yeah.
no,
well,
rituals are 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just mention to everyone that I can see if there's anything going on before we go in and like disturb anything. If you want, it'll take about 10 minutes to do, but I'm more than happy to do it for everyone.
I'm fine as long as I have light to go in the cave with.
I could call out using the voice of the Lady Nandar's guards, if you like, and see if anyone will come to the entrance.
Okay.
That seems like a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
do that then.
Okay, so using the minor illusion cantrip, I'll
Yep.
take on the voice of the chief guard that was watching Lady Nandar, and I'll just shout out to her, by order of Lady Nandar, show yourselves.
Can you all make perception rolls?
Yes.
I think I need to get my die, to be honest.
I got 15 for once, guys.
Uh-huh.
I rolled good.
So,
It's oh, he's not got his headphones on. That's fine.
Okay, I see 2 of the rolls.
Oh, sorry. Do you want them in there?
Yeah, just keeps it easier to track, that's all. Yeah, well, it wasn't a high DC anyway. Okay, so all of you hear a high-pitched yakking and chattering. Can everyone type in what languages they speak and understand in chat?
Yes.
ooh, I meant to check that. I think I'm short a language.
Whoa, don't do that. Computer, behave.
Okay.
I will say, though, that we've all heard goblins chattering, so although we can't speak it, we might be able to recognise it.
Yeah, that's exactly what was going to happen. You hear a language. You know from the high-pitched squealing that it could be goblin, but you do not understand what's being said.
I'll look at the others, and if the villagers are in there, then they're in trouble.
Yeah, seems like we've stumbled upon a greenskin nest.
And what are we waiting for?
Well, for you to lead the way.
At this point, can I give him a push?
Yeah, why not?
Can you make a grapple roll?
I will oppose with acrobatics.
Oh dear, poor you. 21.
15.
So you go flying into the cave.
Although I cannot see it in it, yes.
You still got the light coming from behind you.
Okay, so I have some vision.
Yeah, it's probably dim light at the moment. So you are entering a yawning cave mouth, about 12 feet wide, 20 feet high. You can make out a lot of stalagmites and some ledges that sit about 10 feet high along the walls, and you can hear water dripping.
I will quietly go and speak to Rav, as he is very militarily inclined. I picked this up in our previous doings, to make him aware of the ledges, because we've used ledges ourselves, so it could be a advantage point for somebody. So
I'm going to interrupt and just suggest that I sneak ahead, and then when I can see what's going on, I'll use my message cantrip to relay to you guys what's going on.
If you can be that stealthy.
Well, I don't like caves, but seems like a good place to sneak about in. It's dark and it's cavey-fied, so.
Cavey-fied.
I love the technical terms.
I'm going to use the stalagmites and stalactites to my advantage.
Being just swing off the ceiling.
Being short of height and big on charm.
Just be aware of the vantage points of the ledge.
Yeah, it's just an option. We can just try something else if you like.
I mean, Rav, you're a military man, I take it. Ledge would give variable advantages to those that are on them, I guess.
Indeed. But it's useless without having good intelligence. Fingers, if you're able, I would appreciate some forward knowledge. What's ahead?
Well, as it happens, my middle name is Good Intelligence, so I'm more give it a go.
Okay, can you make a stealth check?
Yeah, certainly.
And can you make it at disadvantage?
Disadvantage?
Yeah. You shouted the fact that you were there.
So 7 plus 12 total.
Okay, and they have that. Okay. As you try and sneak up, you hear high-pitched yakking. 13, I'm guessing, misses.
13 is my armor class, so yeah, hits.
Ooh, 13 hits. So a 20 hits as well. So you take... Oh, I've rolled a double 1 for damage. You take 6 points of damage as an arrow slams into you from the left and the right.
Right, I wouldn't have seen these people then. I've got dark vision and bits and pieces.
Were you looking up?
Well, I was sneaking into the cave to see where everybody was. That was the point of what I was doing.
Yep, but they were, as Rav correctly identified, they were on the ledges.
Right. Okay.
So because you called out, they were already looking for you, which is why you rolled your stealth with disadvantage. and they got a 21 for their perception.
Right. So they get a surprise attack on me then. Okay.
No, yeah, basically because you were trying to sneak up.
Right. Okay.
So you can either dart out and try a different plan, or we can turn it into combat.
Well, they're seeing me now, aren't they? So might as well crack on.
Yeah.
Okay, roll for initiative.
In the chat.
Yes, please. Ooh. 18 and 10. Very nice. So that's with a +2. Okay, the first goblin has a swing at you again, and the arrow clatters off a wall behind you as he rolls a 4. But you hear him scream in his goblin tongue, and from deeper in the cave you hear more movement. Milo. In fact, no, I actually think Fingers has got a higher dex than Milo, doesn't he?
I have a +3.
Yeah, +3. 16 is my dex.
17 for me.
Okay, Milo, you're up.
I get bombarded by inanimate objects in my room. Do I see this happening?
Sort of. You make shapes out because it's still dim light and your vision's not great, but you hear the clatter, so you know you've been in battle before. You know what the sounds of arrows striking things makes.
I've had one of these hit me before and it put me down, so
Yep.
I will rush up to give aid, but I will be dodging, and I can move 35 feet to catch up to Fingers.
So you're going to stand next to Fingers and then dodge.
Yes, because it worked beforehand.
Fantastic. Give them multiple targets to go for. Fingers, Milo appears next to you, and he's sort of dancing on his feet like that.
So I'm going to move to one of the stalagmites, putting it between myself and the direction the arrows are coming from, hoping that it gives me some benefit from cover in future rounds.
So you can protect from one side and not the other.
And I will fire a firebolt, I guess, at the goblin that was shooting at me, who's up high.
Well, there's 2. You got one to the left and one to the right.
Oh, we'll take the one to the right.
Okay, that's cool. So you're going for that one.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That does hit very well.
Let's find a D10. Hold on. And does 2 damage.
Fantastic. So, yep, that's 2 points of damage. And Milo, as the firebolt traces across the room, you get an idea of where the goblin is now. But as soon as it hits and the fire peters out, all you get is that like slight after image.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Taman.
Hello. Right. I'm trying to double check the rule on something. Light doesn't require concentration, does it?
Nope.
Excellent. So my staff is still glowing. So am I assuming that I can see them still?
No, because light's only 20 foot dim and 20 foot normal.
Is it?
And these lot,
yeah, 20 feet.
And these lot have darted off, so they are sort of out your sight at the moment.
I'm gonna move closer to them until I can see them.
Yeah, so, yeah, you can see them.
Cool. And I'm gonna cast magic missile at level 2, giving me an extra missile, which gives me 4, 2 at each one.
Would you be able to see both goblins? Because I thought you were talking about seeing the Milo, and Fingers.
No. Seeing the goblins.
So 20. So where you are stood, you would not have enough light to see both unless you've got dark vision, which I know you don't.
Don't.
So it's one or the other.
Have I used all my movement?
As far as I'm concerned, you can move up to where Milo is, or
Oh yeah, I'll do that then.
cool.
And then can I attack them?
You can attack again. You can still only attack one.
Oh, okay. Right. In that case, then I will send all 4 at the one that I can see.
So do you want to go for the one on the left or the one on the right? That'll dictate where you position yourself.
Left.
Okay, so the one to the left.
Okay, so that's 3, 6, 7, 11 points of damage.
Do you want to throw that in chat so you don't forget?
Sorry,
because the DM's just.
Sorry about that. What'd you get?
11.
Oh, 11. Very nice. Okay. He drops.
Cool.
So the one to the left is dead.
That is one. That's right. That's a level 2 spell slot done now, isn't it? Because I cast it at level 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fantastic. So up next is the goblin to the right. So I'm going to roll a. So you attack the one to the left. So he's got a choice between Milo and Fingers. He's going for Milo.
Very good.
And you are dodging, so that's at disadvantage.
Yes.
I rolled an 18 and a 16.
They will both hit. Yeah. That's my armor class is 15.
And they got a +2 on that anyway. And I rolled a 6 for damage, so that's 8.
I will try and catch it.
So D10 plus your modifier plus your level.
What damage they
8.
do? So I need to roll a 2 on a D10. I rolled a 3, so that's 11.
Okay, so you catch the projectile.
Yep.
And it does 0 damage.
I am not throwing it back. I like this arrow.
You're going to keep your key. Fantastic. So the goblin looks a little bit surprised. Rav.
Yeah.
So the rest of your party mates have darted forward, and you can hear combat going on.
How far are they?
30 feet.
Okay, I can see them. I can see quite clearly because I've got 120 foot.
Oh, yeah, you can clearly see them. In
Can I
fact,
see the goblins, or are they hidden by stalactites or something?
by moving up, they're slightly off to the side, which is how they were fairly hidden. But with your vision, can you make a perception roll?
15.
That's enough. Behind where the group is.
Yeah. Further in.
Yeah, a bit further in. You see a haze. Almost like this, I don't know, some sort of heat there.
Okay.
And what looks like the shape of a head getting up.
Okay.
And it's a big head.
Okay.
And it's probably about 50 feet beyond where the guys are.
Okay, so that's 90 foot in front of me.
Yeah.
80 foot, sorry.
About
Okay.
80 foot, yeah.
Can I see what it is, or can I just see that it's a shape, like a face?
Bearing in mind, you're still in the light outside.
Yeah.
And this is in the darkness or dim vision. And it takes time for you to adjust your dark vision based on your surroundings.
Okay.
So being in light does not allow you to see into that sort of darkness. You just know there's something there.
Okay. I'll move about 15 feet further into the cave.
Yep.
How does speech work? Is it classed as an action? Or is it...
Depends on what you're doing.
A warning? Not telling them to do anything, just like a...
That's a free action.
Okay. While I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at the goblin on the right.
Okay, yep.
While I'm getting that ready, like doing the whole spinning hands, flaming thing,
Yep.
I'm going to shout at them, look forward. There's something down there. And then I will...
Stay away from that trap door.
Yeah, that one. Oh dear. That would be an 8 for my Eldritch Blast. So that just completely misses and explodes on the wall behind him.
Exactly that. Yep. You completely missed that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you notice this thing has now stood completely up. And it is large. It is big. And it reaches down and grabs something next to it. And it appears to be hefting what looks like some form of giant club or something.
Okay. Well, I'm done for my... what I'm going to do. I've already warned them what's down in front.
Okay, that's cool. Top of the order then. El Goblino on the left is dead, which puts Milo next.
I'm guessing I can't see a huge beast in front of me. I've currently got 20/20 because of the light from Tamil.
Yes, so it's pitch black beyond that 40 feet, so no, you can't see it yet.
Okay. I have an essence of knowledge that the goblin is still on the right, as I've seen it light up twice now.
Yeah, you would have seen the Eldritch Blast hit the wall, and yeah, you would have known that it wasn't killed by Rav.
Do I have an estimated distance I could run off to throw a dart? I know probably be disadvantage.
It's 10 feet up, and where you're stood with fingers, so I'm guessing you're there. 10, 15. It's about 20 feet away from you.
Let me quickly find out what a dart is.
30, I think.
I believe it's 20/40. I should have put this on my sheet.
20/60. So it's
20/60.
just out of range, so it would be at disadvantage.
Could I move closer so I don't impose myself?
You could do, but that'll take you out of the half protection that you had.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get within 20 feet of it.
Yeah, I've said I'm going to do it, so I'm going to do it. I get in range and I throw a dart at it. That is a +5 to attack. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not. Sadly.
That is
So
okay.
this clangs off the wall. You hear chatter, chatter, chatter. And Fingers, you are up, my friend.
Okay, so I've got 60-foot dark vision. Am I aware of anything in the back of the cave changing?
Now you've been warned. In fact, let me just roll that as well. Yes. So if you're looking towards the back of the cave, and you've been in there for a turn already, so your dark vision is adjusted. You make out this hulking great shape stand up. He's big. He's like really big. And he is now holding what just appears to be a huge tree trunk.
Okay, I shall. How far away are we talking?
He's about 50 feet from you.
Okay, I'm going to fire off a fireball at it so that everyone can see quite clearly what's coming towards us. That's the first thing I'm going to do.
Okay.
21.
So what was that?
21.
Yeah, that definitely hits him.
And it does 6 damage.
Fantastic.
And then with my level 2 cunning action, which is a bonus action, I'm going to attempt to hide. I'm in a cave with lots of shadows and stalagmites and whatnot. And, oh, that's good. 18 and 5, 23 for stealth.
So they have nowhere near, and he's too far away. Yeah, you dart into the shadows and believe you are very well hidden.
Cool.
Taman.
Yes. Well, I've been an absolute muppet and realised that instead of casting light, I should have been casting my new cantrip, which is dancing lights, because it lets me do it further.
Should all be able to see it now anyway, because we've just lit it up with a fireball.
Yeah, that's fine. So I've kind of missed my turn on that.
Just very quickly as well. Sorry, Taman. Fingers. As the firebolt hits and it illuminates the area, you too, Rav.
Yeah.
You both recognize it instantly as an ogre.
Okay.
Sorry, Taman.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, well, I'm going to immediately throw some missiles at it, because if anything, it's kind of like a reflex, because it's probably scared me quite a lot.
What? You can't see it.
Can't I?
You don't have no dark vision.
Oh, sorry. I thought you just said that it's been lit up now, so I can see it.
No, while the firebolt went across, it was lit up.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a fairly big target, so can I just aim in that general direction?
Nope. Magic missile requires you to see your target.
Right. Okay. In that case, then I will move closer until I can see it, or if that's possible.
You are aware there's still a goblin up on that ledge.
I assumed we'd already got rid of it. Can I see the goblin?
You can see the goblin. You are within about 20 feet of it.
I will go ahead and throw a magic missile or 4 at that.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, 2, 5, 6, 7, 9.
It's dead.
Cool. Right. Remind me how actions work and bonus actions and all that. If I haven't moved, can I cast another spell?
Right. So because you've cast magic missile as an action,
yeah,
the only bonus action cast you can spell is a cantrip.
Right.
Okay. You can only effectively use a bonus action if you've got an ability that allows you to do so.
Right.
And you are able to use your movement.
Right. Okay. And I take it throwing a stone would class as an action.
That's an action, correct.
Right. I will leave that then. Okay. I'm done.
Okay, so the goblin is dead, but the ogre clambers over. And they have a movement speed, I believe, of 50. Let me just double check that. No, 40. Did you move, Milo?
I did to get in range.
Yeah, so you're a bit closer than Fingers was.
Yes.
So the ogre walks up to you.
This is fine.
And swings at you with his club.
I'm very short. I think he's going to have to aim much better than normal.
I'm going to use my laptop here just to show you.
That's a nat 20.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, he's a nat 20 juicer.
Very good.
So 2d8 plus 4.
Milo's going to be leaving the cave in a minute.
2d8 plus 4. So 5 and 6 is 11 plus 4 is 15. So this thing just clumps you for 15 points of damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which is actually kind of abysmal.
Yeah, nearly broken, but fine.
And with that, he, in fact, do any of you speak ogre or giant? Where's your languages?
I believe one of us.
No, I don't.
Giant.
I speak giant.
You speak giant. Fantastic. Rav.
I was about to ask what language do ogres speak.
Yeah. What you hear is you hear him screaming for his mate.
Like partner, female mate, or...
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You get the name Thog. Okay.
We're still in initiative, aren't we?
We are at the moment still in initiative.
Okay.
So she is not going to roll hers until the end of this turn. Taman.
Yes. It's my go again. Okay.
I think you jumped Fingers. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
No, because he...
Oh, sorry.
He went hidey, didn't he?
I'm after Milo.
Yeah, I've just been smacked one, so...
I apologise. No, yeah, you were...
Yeah, I've just been hit.
You threw your dart and missed.
Yeah.
Then Fingers fired the firebolt at the ogre and then hid.
Mm-hmm.
Then...
Taman killed a goblin.
Taman killed a goblin, then the ogre smacked you.
Yes.
That's Rav.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's Rav now.
My apologies.
It'll be Rav and then Milo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Milo is having a concussion. I do apologise.
I just want to check.
Your ears are probably still ringing.
He's about 6 inches shorter now.
Don't do that. I'm only 3 foot.
I didn't know ogres played cricket.
Can I just check something? Hellish Rebuke.
Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
Just quickly,
Yes.
Hellish Rebuke. Can I
Yes.
only use that if the creature has attacked me?
That's the one that grants you fire one, isn't it? You take in response to being damaged.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So it has to touch. So the trigger. Oh fuck! The trigger is it targets you.
Yeah. Okay.
In which case you can use it. To be honest, there's very few reaction defense stuff for other characters. Cleric is one, so warding flare. And I think
Okay, that's fine.
the fighter battle master has one as well. But yeah, no. It specifically says which you take in response to being damaged by a creature.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check it. Okay, in that case then, I'm going to reply in Giant and shout that Thog will not help you. And then I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast that direction.
Yeah, you get a reply. Thog mate, Thog crush you, we eat your bones.
Thog try, Thog fail.
Milo hurts.
Dice bad. Don't like dice. That would be a 9.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to hit the ogre.
No.
No, it doesn't.
I do believe we're not against undead.
No. Okay. So, Dog gets a roll for initiative. Ooh. She does good. With her -1 dex. Okay. Top of the order. And it is Milo.
Yes.
Only by dex modifier, by the way.
I know. Milo's in a lot of pain right now. Please ring again later. I will swing at him with my quarterstaff.
You want me ring you now?
Fuck's sake, why can't I just roll a 1? I rolled a 2.
No halfling luck there.
I will spend a key point to
Flurry of blows.
Yes, I will actually, yes.
Or are you going to disengage?
No, I'm going to punch the shit out of this thing.
Or are you going to try anyway?
Out of its
Yeah.
shin.
Yes. Attempt. Number 1. Not on the keyboard. That's a 3. A natural 3. So I'm changing dice. And that is a 20.
A natural.
No, a 15.
Okay. 20 does hit.
Oh, this is going to be the pitiful D4 plus Dex. That's 6 damage.
That's not bad. And what flurry of blows
I would like him
are you
to
imposing?
miss out on his reaction, and I'm going to run back to the party.
So you're going to impose no reactions until the start of your next turn.
Yes. And I'm going to run very quickly. Back to Tamil.
Okay. Yes, you get back to Taman. Fingers.
Right, I am going to try and have a look around this cave now I'm hidden. So I want to move, try and get around the back of the ogre and see if I can spot this this other one.
Let me have a look. So
I'm currently hidden. I've got dark vision, and I want to try and scout out the cave a bit more.
That's what I'm trying to look at.
I'm moving deeper into the cave.
So you darted there. So I'm going to say you're halfway under now the left-hand side ledge. So just in front of you is a mud bath that the first ogre got out of. You can see what looks like a stalagmite, stalactite forest in the middle of the cave. And you believe that the sound of his mate, Thog, is coming from there. and you can see about 10 feet in front of you another tunnel, and about 50, in fact, about 30 feet further on from that, another tunnel.
Okay. Right. Okay. So the cave that I'm in, I can kind of see all of it, other than these two tunnel entrances.
You're not in a cave. You're sat under the first ledge that the left-hand side goblin was on.
So there's no sign of any villages where I am at the minute.
Not at the moment, none.
And any tracks or anything that I can see on the floor that sort of show that they've come in this way?
I'm going to get you to make a survival roll with disadvantage, because this is a stone floor. There's no water or anything on it, so it's going to be a tough roll.
5.
You can't really make out any tracks at all in the cave.
Okay. So looking back, I can probably see the silhouette of my companions, I would have thought, in the entranceway.
You're close enough that you're within range of your dark vision, so yeah, you can make them out. And
all right, so I'm just going to say I'm going to use message, which is a cantrip.
Yes, it is.
Just to relay what I've seen back to. I can only pick one. I'll say Milo for the benefit of this.
Okay, so Milo's screaming in agony, and all of a sudden this word pops into his head of
tell him about this stalactite forest, and that there's another ogre sort of down that way, but there's also two caves. These caves that I've seen, are they do they look too small for an ogre to fit in, or are they large caves?
Good question. Let me have a quick look. The first cave, absolutely no chance whatsoever that an ogre would get through there.
So what sort of size are we talking? Human size or
humanoid? Yep.
Right. Okay.
The second cave, no, an ogre could potentially go through there, but you notice that there's no, that's it. Yeah, an ogre could go through that one.
Okay, so I'll include that in my message, and that'll be my turnover.
Fantastic. So the ogre, so we got Milo, Raven-Taman, all fairly close. Milo 1 and 2, Raven-Taman 3 and 4. Rav, this ogre comes hulking up to you.
Yep.
And all you make out is,
"Me squish you too."
in fact, no, what am I on about? I apologize. The next initiative was Thog. So you see this ogre walk up next to her mate, and she has drawn out some javelins. And as she is in range, she throws a javelin at you, Rav. Well, so one javelin.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good. Well, it might be, because you're only a warlock. 17.
That very much hits.
Ooh, for 9.
Ooh. Is this where my reaction comes into play?
Yes, because it is definitely within 60 feet.
Okay. In that case, then I will use my Hellish Rebuke as a reaction. What does it do?
You get to
2d10, isn't it?
surround it by flames. So she has to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
On your DC, which is
my dex is Where's my
I
dex?
think
No,
it was-
not your dex. It's your spell save DC.
Oh, sorry.
Probably about 14 or 15 at the moment.
13.
Oh, 13. She rolled a 16. So she
Okay,
rolled
so
a
she
nat
takes-
17 and got a -1.
So that's half 2d10. Ooh, that's 9, so 4 in it.
Yep, 4. So,
I'll just like yell fool at her in giant.
yep, that's cool. Fantastic. So she's done, which means gotta go back now. It is Taman's turn. So you see this huge javelin embed itself into Rav's shoulder as you're stood next to him. That could have been you, my friend.
I'm gonna take a very quick sidestep, well out the way, and then
One
I'm
sidestep right away from Rav.
Yep. Is there any stones or anything on the floor?
It's a cave, so yes, there
Probably.
will be.
Can I see the ogres yet?
They're still about 50 feet away.
In that case, then I'm going to pick up a stone, light it, and throw it off into the darkness.
So you're going to cast light on the stone.
Yep.
And okay, do a okay. So it's not really a dex roll because it's not a ranged weapon. So do a strength roll.
Okay, where's my d20 gone?
I just want to see how close you're going to be to this.
5.
Okay, you throw like a girl,
Oh yeah, I know.
and it clatters off the wall to the right. As it lands, though, it lands in a position where you can just make out one of the ogres. You're not sure which one because you haven't seen them yet. But
Okay,
you can just make out one of the ogres on the right.
okay. I'm assuming that's my go done.
Well, that was your action. You've still got a move and any bonus action.
I will move slightly closer. Oh, in fact, a magic missile isn't a bonus action, is it?
No, it's not.
Definitely not. Worth a go. No, in that case, then I will just move slightly closer, ready for next turn.
Define slightly closer.
Maybe 10, 15 feet.
So you're now about 35 feet away from the ogre. So
Yeah.
it is now. They are now both fully illuminated by your light spell.
Okay.
Awesome. 13, 12. So now it is the first ogre's turn. And as you have moved closest to it, Taman, it is coming hulking over to you.
Of course it is.
You moved up to it.
Yep.
8 plus 6. 14?
14. Hang on, where's my thing? It does hit. Yeah, it does hit.
2d8 plus 4.
Ooh, that's
That
not bad.
hurts.
This is
gonna
going to
hit.
hurt even more.
Go on.
I rolled an 8 and a 7, so 19 damage.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
He says as his arm goes flying across the top.
That will leave me on 6.
That's okay.
Rav, you hear? These ones squishy. And he is done. So that was 12. So we are now on to Rav.
Okay, how far away am I at the moment?
You are still 50 feet away.
Okay. That sucks. I am going to move my full 30 to get as close as I can to them.
So you're within 20 feet now, yep.
Yeah, it's not quite close enough to do what I wanted to do. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to be shouted in Draconic rather than Giant. that get back underfoot where you belong. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast the nearest one to me.
They're both about the same distance, so you can either...
I'll go for Thog then.
So the one on the right, the new lady one.
Yeah, the one that threw the javelin at me.
You're hitting a girl.
Yeah,
cool.
15.
Does hit.
Brilliant. Eldritch Blast is 1d10 plus charisma. Ooh, that's 11 points of damage.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that does a significant portion of pain to her, and she roars. Are you done, sir?
I'll mutter a few draconic curses and leave it at that.
Okay, Milo.
Seeing Taman has run forward, I sigh deeply because the front line is no place for a wizard. I will run towards Taman, duck in between his legs, and under the ogre's legs, if I have the speed, like the distance, to be behind the ogre and tuck him on the backside with my quarterstaff.
Yeah, because he only moved forward about 15 feet. So yeah, you've got the movement to.
So it's like a baseball slide that I'm going through both legs, jump up, and I'm trying as hard as I can to hit it with my quarterstaff. Does a total 13.
13 hits.
Ooh. I actually hit it with my quarterstaff once. As I'm running, I will relay the message from Fingers as well. Okay,
The hell was that?
That was Milo trying to relay his message while in pain, freaking at an ogre.
And that's
I thought you were having some sort of seizure.
And you've all failed your con saves for laughter.
That's 6 damage on the first hit.
6 indeed. Yeah, it hits, but he doesn't seem to really feel it too much.
Cool. I'm going to spend a key point to, unfortunately, assault his crown jewels.
Ooh.
That's your second key point.
Yes, I am keeping track.
So am I.
Oh, why could that not be one more? Natural 19, I'm guessing hits.
Yes, it does. Still only a D4, thankfully.
Yes. That's plus dex. 5.
So you rub his testicles.
Oh.
An attempt to do so again.
Don't forget, each attack or successful hit and a flurry of blows, you can impose a...
Oh, yes. I will try and make him fail a dex save or be knocked prone.
Is there a size... in fact, I've had this before. There's no size limit on this.
No, there is not.
Which is kind of odd.
Yeah, it's a bit...
So I'm going to give him advantage on that due to his size.
Okay.
He hits the floor.
Do you want the DC?
He hits the floor.
Okay.
I rolled an 8 and a 9, which puts it on a 7 and 8.
Oh dear. Yes. I accidentally hit him a bit too hard in the crown jewels.
You caressed them gently too hard.
And with him laying on the floor in front of me, I will kick as hard as I can. With advantage. Now he is on the floor in front of me.
Correct.
Ooh. I'll have to reroll that one because it was cocked. That's a 22.
That hits.
And I rolled a natural 4 on that one, so that's 7 damage.
Okay, he takes that. He's already prone. I am not going to allow you to push a prone
No.
ogre, so he automatically cannot take any reactions this turn.
That's fair enough. That's what I was aiming for. So Tamwon can run away.
Yep.
Fantastic. So you've moved, you've made an action,
I'm
and you've done your bonus action. You are done.
I'm done.
Fingers. You've seen this going on, and the first ogre's hit the floor. His mate's still up.
How far away is this first ogre?
The first ogre that's prone is probably about 50 feet from you. His mate's about 30 feet from you.
50's a bit too far.
Yeah, so Thog's about 50 feet, Nob's about 30 feet.
Thog and what? Sorry.
Nob.
Right. Nobody's fought the young lady yet, have they?
She has taken damage. She took an Eldritch Blast at 11 damage to her, so she is injured.
She's not in hand to hand with anybody.
No, she's not.
If there's any way I could get advantage on an attack against her, but I don't think there is at the minute.
If you were to range, because you are hidden,
Other than the fact that I'm hidden, yeah.
that would count as a stealth attack, which would give you advantage.
Yes, and you would get your sneak attack on.
Yeah,
that.
that's what
Yes,
I've been.
you would.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Okay, I'll have a crack at that. So I'm going to do a firebolt from my hidden position with advantage against the.
I don't think you can sneak attack with a spell. It has to be a ranged weapon.
Is that right? I don't recall seeing that, but if that's your ruling, I'll do it with a short bow.
Oh, let me have a look very quickly.
Thousands of people around the world are going, "You can't do it. You can do it."
Probably.
I've never read it, which I don't know. You might be right. You might be right.
Sneak attack has to be with a ranged weapon.
It's a ranged weapon.
And a
Okay,
spell does not count as a weapon.
It kind of doesn't make sense, really, does it? If you can do it with one,
Yeah.
you should be able to do it with the other.
No, the sneak attack specifies a weapon, so it's.
I know what it says. I'm just thinking.
It's all right. I've got a short bow. It's not a problem.
I mean, could you imagine sneak attacking with a lightning bolt or a fireball or something? It's a bit ridiculous.
So I got 19 with my short bow to hit.
Don't forget you have advantage on that.
That was the one with advantage, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah. And so the short bow is 1d6 plus 3 plus my 2d6 for sneak attack.
Are you up to
So-
2d6 now?
7, 8, yeah, level 3.
Ooh.
8, 9, 10, 11 total.
Oh, you too smack her for 11. It hits, and she screams in pain.
And I will use my bonus action to try and hide again, just in case she turns around and tries to see where that came from.
Okay.
6.
I'm going to roll perception twice because there are two creatures that could see you. One got a natural 1. So the ogre... Pardon?
One's flat on his back as well.
Yes. No, it's not the other ogre, actually.
Oh, okay.
So the ogre got a natural 1, so she hasn't got a clue where this arrow come from. The other creature rolled a 19, so he's on a 23. So what was your stealth roll?
6.
6. She hasn't got a clue. You think you're hidden. This other creature thinks differently.
So the creature also has a halfling between his legs.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
Okay, sneaky.
So it's now Thog's go. So, she has been hit by this arrow. She has no idea where it's come from. So she is going to charge into Milo, who appears to be laying the smacketh down on her concubine or mate or whatever. You're not dodging or anything, are you?
No, I flurry of blows.
Yeah, so 17.
That will hit.
Sorry, tell a lie, 15.
That will make it break it.
So, no, it was. I was looking at the wrong one. So 2d8 plus 4. 7, 11.
I'm on 1 hit point again.
God damn it! And ladies and gentlemen, that is the fantastic thing about live role playing and the die. I simply state what they are. There's no trickery like DMs can do on Roll20. That's why I don't like it. Fantastic. So she batters you for 11 and goes.
I'm still up.
And she goes, Knob, get up and blat the weak, puny people. She sounds kind of like Arnie. Taman.
Yes.
Milo screams at you to get away.
I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna leg it backwards.
And you do so.
There you go then. That's all I'm gonna do. I don't think I'll be in range now, will I?
You're only 30 feet away because that's the most you can move.
Fair dues. In that case, then I will go ahead and throw some magic missiles at them. Again, oh no, I've already done 2 at level 2, haven't I? So I
Yes.
can only do it at level 1 now, so that's just 3 little missiles.
Who are you firing that at?
The closest one to me. I can't remember which one you said.
So the closest one to you at the moment is Knob, who's lying on the floor.
I will throw it at him then.
Okay.
6 and 5 is 11.
So he screams in pain as these barbs of arcane energy just smash into him.
Okay. That's what I've done for my turn.
Okay, it is his turn. So he gets to his feet that uses 20 feet of his movement. And you are out of range. So he is going to swing at you, Milo.
Yep.
He rolled a nat 18.
Yep, that's gonna hurt. I'm out.
And I rolled an 8 and a 7.
It can't roll enough to kill me, thankfully. I am out,
Yeah.
but
You hit the floor.
my body has hit the floor.
Fantastic. So he splats you again. Rav, you hear him go, Rakamole. As you go splat. Rav, it's your turn, and you've just seen Milo just crumple under this great club.
Okay. I am going to move forward another 10 feet, and I'm going to use my Ice Blast Breath, which is a 15-foot cone, con save, DC 12.
They are close enough that you would hit both. DC 12 con. So they are on +3 for con. Nat 11 and a nat 20. They both pass.
That one fails, doesn't it?
They get a +3, so it's a 14.
Yeah, sorry. Ooh. 6 points of damage.
That halved, yeah?
No, that it was a 5 and a 6.
11, so that's 5 points of damage.
5, yeah, sorry. Maths is hard.
And is their movement affected by that?
It doesn't say. It just says it's a cold cone.
That's cool. Yeah, so they've taken cold damage. Anything else, sir?
No, just some random draconic insults.
Fantastic. So we are back at the top of the order. And AC 23 hit you, Fingers.
Yes.
As this arrow strikes your left shoulder for 4 points of damage. As a goblin that was up on another ledge.
Was this goblin there when I was looking around a minute ago? Because I never spotted it.
The goblin was very still. And
So, okay.
So once you shot, you revealed your location.
Yeah.
And they saw you.
So I thought I'd check the room out beforehand when I spotted the tunnels and the bits and pieces, but okay. How much damage?
Only 4. Milo.
Yes.
Death or save us.
15. I'm good.
That's a save. That's good. I can hear Tamon's printer going.
Can you? Sorry.
That's all right.
You will like what it is printing, though.
It's been going for a while, actually. Fingers, you're up.
I'm going to do another sneak attack at the female ogre, if I may.
You may indeed.
20, not a natural.
Definitely hits.
7 total damage.
Okay, she's looking rough now.
And once again, I'll try and use my bonus action to hide, if I may. And this time it was a natural 20 plus 5, 25.
You hit him. I can't beat that.
He is hidden from time and space itself.
Yes.
Yep, I don't think even Budlu would be able to see him. Okay, Thog. She's going to grab you, Milo, and start to drag you back to the stalagmite forest.
Okay. I can't oppose it, so sure, why not?
Yep.
Let's go for a ride.
So you're about 20 feet behind Nob at the moment.
This is fine by me.
Taman,
Yes.
you
Back to me
see
again?
your friend being dragged away.
Okay. There's not really much I can do for him. So I'm just going to go ahead and carry on shooting some missiles at the things. Okay.
Which one?
Right. One of them's there. The other one's got back up now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So the male ogre
Yep.
is back up,
Yep.
and he's the one who dropped Milo.
Yeah.
And the female ogre, who's looking worse for wear, grabbed Milo and is dragging him away.
Oh, I'm going to go for the female one then.
Yep. But you've used all your spell slots, haven't you? So it's cantrips now.
I've used 2 spell slots for level 2.
2.
I've still got 4 left. I haven't used the level 1 yet.
You used level 1 last time.
Yeah, only 2 though. Sorry, I've got 2 left.
Yep.
Yeah. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 again.
11 again.
Yeah. That's all I seem to be able to roll.
Okay. As the force of the 3 missiles strike into her back, She screams in pain, but she doesn't let Milo go.
Doesn't let him go. Damn it.
You done?
Yes, I am.
Nob is going to swing at you, Rav.
Okay.
18.
That hits.
11.
Ooh, that very hurts.
And that's all he can do. Rav, you up.
Okay. I'm going to shout at the Thog in giant drop him. And while I'm doing this, I've got a Eldritch Blast prepared and ready to loose towards it.
She's not going to listen.
Okay, if there's no reaction from her, I'll loose the
None at all.
Blast.
None at
that's
all.
a 13.
That hits.
Okay, I'll just put all my D10s away. That does 5 points damage.
Oh! She's still alive. Huh. But she's rough. Okay, top of the order. Goblin is going to be out of range, so he's going to attack Rav out of range because you're the nearest. And a 6 plus 2 is 8. Definitely is going to miss. Milo.
14.
Second save, sir. You're not dying yet. Fingers.
I'm happy.
How far away is the female ogre now?
She's still 30 feet, but she's now running parallel with you, so she's trying to pass where you are and head into the forest.
I've only got a speed of 25. I was hoping she was that little bit closer where she was moving towards the forest. 30 feet. Okay. Well, okay. I'll have to do more. Yeah, I'll do a ranged attack again.
Yep.
Delta.
So because you're hidden, you still get advantage.
Yeah. So 20 to hit.
That does hit.
And
I think she's definitely going to die this time.
13 total.
Okay, so where she is, describe your kill as you shoot her from the left-hand side as she's walking.
So as she's walking along with her arms swinging on her left-hand side, just as her arm sweeps up, the arrow manages to sink in just underneath her armpit, which is enough to enter her lung and drop her on the spot. There's a little gasp of air as the air from her lung exhales through the arrow hole.
And literally, this female goblin drops to 2 knees.
Ogre.
Ogre, sorry. Drops to 2 knees, falls face first into the ground, and Milo is lying on the ground next to her as she doesn't move.
And so I've got a movement of 25 foot, so I'll get as close to Milo as I can.
So you're 5 feet away from him, yep.
Yeah, and then I'll use my bonus action to hide myself again.
Yep, roll.
Around. Not so good that time, only 9.
That's enough. He only rolled the goblin only rolled a 3, so and the other ogre wasn't looking at you, so he wouldn't have got a view anyway. So Thog is down. Taman.
Yep. I am going to go ahead and... Oh, I've only got 1 spell slot left now. I will try... I'll cast Ray of Frost, I think, as a cantrip.
Through the window.
Windows?
Through the window.
I know, right? I will hit with this at some point, I promise.
That's all you're going to be remembered for.
I know.
Aiming at a door and shooting through a window.
Yep. Oh well. There are worse things to be remembered for, though. Right, it is a ranged spell attack. That's cool. So it is.
Hey, Frost cool. Hey.
Flip off. No. I'm gonna say that an 8 does not hit.
You find the only crack in the roof of the cave, and it goes flying through it.
Damn it.
At least it wasn't a window.
I hate that spell.
Okay. I'm simply going to 1 to 3 is going to be Taman. 4 to 6 is going to be Rav. Taman.
Yeah.
Nob is going for you.
Of course.
And he misses with a 10.
Good.
Rav.
Yes.
So you've seen this ray of frost. Bearing in mind that's your natural element that's gone wildly skoo with. And an ogre smashes club just to the side of Taman.
Perhaps the human should stick to fire. Leave the ice to us.
Yeah.
Has Nog moved past me to get to Taman?
No, you're behind him still by about 10 feet.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had to go through past me or whatever. I am going to. I'm going to make my way into combat with Nob. And I am going to. What's this? Cast entire one bonus action. Ooh. Are we in dim light, by the way, at the moment?
You're not, because you're stood next to Taman now, who casts light on.
Okay, that's fine.
In fact, your quarterstaff had light on it.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Okay.
So you're never in dim light.
Okay. Just a quick question. If I use that spell in the chat, would you let me attack with it as well? Or would that be cast it as a bonus action and then use it next turn?
That's... So it is a bonus action to create it.
Yeah.
So you still have your action.
Okay.
I thought that was a Xanathar spell.
Shadowbird, I don't think so. I'll leave it anyway for this round.
No, use it.
No, I'll leave it anyway. I'll use my quarterstaff for now.
But you've already cast it, so...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll use it then. What is it? It's... So, from the shadows will sort of draw in around me. You can't really see it because of the light.
Yep.
In my hand, you'll get this black sword, almost wispy and smoky. I'll attack Nob with it.
So because it has finesse, you can use strength or dex.
I believe I will be using strength. Yeah, definitely strength.
Yep.
And I am proficient in it.
You are.
So it's D20 plus 4. Ooh, 22.
Very good hit.
Where's the damn damage on it?
2d8 plus your strength.
Oh, ooh. 13, 14, 15.
Oh, that hurts. So he holds his head in pain as you do psychic damage to him.
Yeah.
Okay. You're out of range of the goblins, so Milo.
Okay. Oof, one fail.
Your first fail, you are dying.
I'm bleeding.
Fingers, you are 5 feet from Milo.
Yes, some decisions. Okay. How far away is the other ogre exactly, roughly?
He's probably about 35 feet from you now.
Okay, and the goblin on the ledge, can I see him? And if so, how far away is he?
You can see him, and he's about 40 feet. No, you've moved.
Okay. Okay, I'll do the honourable thing. I'm going to move to Milo, give him a medicine check, wake him up, stabilise him. I should say that's what I meant to say. Stabilise him, and then I'll use my bonus action to hide again quickly.
Okay. Medicine check.
12.
You are now stable, Milo.
Okay.
And then I shall attempt to hide myself again quickly.
Yep.
With 17.
He got a 12, so you beat him. You are hidden.
Okay.
That was your move. That was your action. That was your bonus. Although technically you've got 20 feet of movement if you want it.
Yeah. How far away from this stalactite forest thing am I?
Oh, good question. So they moved 20 feet up. So from the entrance she came out, you're only about 10 feet away.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna, because I'm hidden, I'm gonna move slightly closer to the other ogre. So I'm gonna linger around about 15 feet away from the ogre that's still standing.
So you're moving away from the stalactite forest towards the ogre.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Taman.
Yeah. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again because.
What are you doing?
Ray of Frost. I'm gonna try again.
He is now within 5 feet, so you're attacking with disadvantage.
I am. That's not cool. I'm gonna move further back first, then.
If you move out of range, he gets a free attack on you.
Ah, shit. Yeah. No, right. I'll do it with disadvantage then. Oh, I just dropped my dice. Oh, this is going well so far. Right. I'm going to do this one day. No, I'm not. Just 13 hit.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Hey, well done.
So that was your lowest roll.
Yeah. I don't actually know the damage for this because I've never got that far. 1d8. 4.
So 4 points of cold damage.
Yep.
And is there anything else that comes with that? Speed reduced by 10 feet.
Yep, until the start of my next turn.
So that hurts him.
Cool.
So much so that he's going to swing at you.
Oh, bugger.
16.
Yep.
And he's going to say, Whack-a-mole. Oh, 6 plus 4 is 10.
I am a -4.
Yep, you've hit the floor.
Yep.
Fantastic. Rav.
Yes.
Nob's just flattened Taman.
Okay. So we've got Milo and Taman both slightly flatter than they were before.
Yes.
I am going to. Does my sword actually still stay with me? Or does this,
yeah, it's concentration for 1 minute.
I thought it disappeared at the end of my. No, it's only if I throw it, isn't it?
No, it's concentration for 1 minute. You get 10 turns.
Okay, I'll I'm going to sort of see red. I'm going to whack again at the knob.
Yep.
Knob.
Have a gut knob.
Knob.
Yep. As in knob.
That's 16.
Does hit.
Okay, 2d8.
You could end this.
It's a 2d8 plus strength, isn't it?
2d8 plus strength. Yep.
11.
You don't end it.
Ah.
He's still alive.
Okay. I am just going to take as much of a swing as I can, full strength at him.
Okay, fantastic. The goblin's probably going to have a pop at Milo.
The dead guy.
I'm kind of behind an ogre, am I not?
He's disadvantaged anyway because of the range and you're prone, so he
That's
misses
also
you.
true. Yeah.
He misses you anyway. Fingers.
Right. So
You head towards the ogre, and just as you do so, he basically turns Taman into a pancake.
Ah, lovely. He's still standing then, presumably.
Taman isn't, no.
Right. Well, I'm going to rush up to this ogre with my short sword drawn and
Yep.
anger and death in my eyes. So I'm going to do a sneak attack on the last ogre, if I may.
You would definitely sneak attack because Rav is within 5 feet and you are hidden.
Okay. Oh, yes. 17, 23.
Hit.
Hits. Okay.
And I know with your modifiers, he's dead.
Okay.
So describe how you kill this ogre from behind.
Well, with much gusto, I shall run up behind it. And first of all, I'll cut the left Achilles tendon, then the right Achilles tendon. And as he drops to his knees, unable to hold his weight of his body anymore and a surprised look in his face, I'm just going to give him a little kiss on the cheek and draw my sword across his neck and just watch the life drain from his face.
I think even on his knees, you couldn't get to kiss him on the cheek. But yes, you drop the ogre down completely dead. And he does, in fact, die.
That's 2 ogres then. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's still a goblin hanging about, I believe.
Yeah, he is. So you've just killed the goblin. He's to your 4 o'clock, slightly up.
Okay. Well, I don't have another action to revive Rav, but I'll finish my movement to.
I'm not dead.
Oh, sorry.
No, I am.
Taman.
Beg your pardon. Yeah,
I'm
I don't
almost
have,
dead.
Don't have enough to revive you, but I'll finish my movement by standing next to you, and I'll just attempt to hide again until this goblin's finished. And that is a 23 again.
Yeah, he doesn't see you. Okay, Taman, can you make a death saving throw, please?
Yes. No. 8.
You are dying. That's your first fail.
Yeah.
Nob is out of the equation. Rav.
Okay. I am going to. Which one would be closest to me, Tam or Milo?
Oh, Taman, he's next to you.
Okay, I'll use Spare the Dying on Taman, which I touch a living
Stabilizes you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Is auto-stable.
Yeah,
Cool.
so you are now stable, Taman.
I'm on 0 health, basically.
Yeah.
You are unconscious.
Cool. Thank you.
The goblin can't shoot at anyone other than Rav. He sees movement over there, so he's going to attack you, but it's at disadvantage. And on a 7 and a 6, naturally, he absolutely misses.
Really good job.
Fingers.
Oh, I might as well finish this goblin off, I guess. So I'll turn and do a ranged stealth attack on him since I'm hidden, if that's all right.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Natural 20. I got on one of them, plus my modifiers 25 to hit.
Yeah. So double your weapon die and double your sneak attack die as well.
Okay.
Well, 2 lots off, sorry. So it's 4d6 for your sneak attack. Shoot.
2d6 for that. 3. Oh my god. You wouldn't believe how many ones I just got. Look at this. Oh.
As long as you break 7, he's dead.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with my modifier as well.
Yeah, so the other goblin is dead. And for now, you're out of combat.
Okay, I'll use spare the die on Milo as well.
Milo's already stable.
Oh, is he? I missed that bit.
Yeah, I stabilised him.
Okay, cool.
Right. That's not bad. 2 ogres and a goblin.
Fingers, do you have any healing potions?
I honestly don't remember. I don't think I do. Not that I remember.
Okay.
I do apologise. I had to rush off.
That's all right.
So I'm going to relay the layout of the cave as best I know it. So there's still another large cave deeper within, and a smaller one that wouldn't fit any ogres in. I don't know if you're in the spirits to explore further, or whether you want to try and make somewhere safe to have a bit of a rest.
I think we should. Well, I can't speak. I'm unconscious.
I don't have anything health-wise that I can revive either of them with, I don't think.
Neither do I. How long is a short rest? Is that up to an hour, is it?
So I'm going to roll 2d4. The green one is for Milo, and the orange and yellow one is for Taman. Milo, you are unconscious for 4 hours.
Funny you should say that. I rolled a 4 as well.
Taman, you are unconscious for 4 hours.
Okay.
Double 4.
Okay. In that case, I would suggest that we should take them outside. Sunlight. It's probably not the best place to leave them in here.
I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking we should drag them into where the stalactite forest is. There's a bit of cover there. And,
but the ogre was trying to take us there.
It's true.
What about that small cave over there?
Yeah, I've not been inside either of them, so I don't know what lies within.
Well,
how far back they go or what else lives here, but
as long as it's smaller than an ogre, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah,
Don't say that.
There's only 2 of us left, isn't there? Perhaps we should err on the side of caution and take them outside.
Agree.
Okay, you're going to have to do the dragging because you're a lot stronger than me.
Okay, I'll attempt to drag Milo and Talon.
I'll drag Milo and you can drag the other one. You can drag Talon.
Okay, you managed to get them outside of the cave without any real hardship or problems.
Okay. So we just look for a bit of suitable scrubland that we can just get off the side of the road and hide us from view as best we can while we wait out the 4 hours, I guess. Yeah,
there's copses. There's copses and little woods and forests all around. So if you wanted to find somewhere to hide, it wouldn't be that hard.
That sounds quite pleasant.
Fingers, could you do some magic to hide us? Just make it like tall grass or something like that.
Yeah, I'll sort of the area we're in. I'll use minor illusion to make it look like a tall, a tall bit of scrubland with maybe a couple of bushes and stuff. And generally, anyone passing wouldn't think anything more of it than that.
Minor illusion affects a 5 foot square area.
Well, okay, I'll walk around and find a bit that looks like that, and that's where we'll hide.
I mean, as I said, there's a lot of shrubs and stuff like that. So
we'll just go sit in the shrubs.
If you were to drag them through, and then cast minor illusion on the area you drag them through to make it look like the shrubland hasn't been disturbed, you're fairly well hidden.
Cool.
That'll do.
That's what we should do.
Okay. Fingers and Rav, what are you doing for 4 hours?
I'm going to use a hit dice to restore some of my hit points. I'm going to stay awake because I think that would be wise.
It's midday.
Yeah.
You're probably not tired anyway, to be honest.
I'm going to practice my combat routines, but as a way of sort of like stretching the muscles and spending a hit die.
So, are you hiding, or why are you dancing about practicing your combat routines?
Oh yeah, actually, if we're only in like light, I'll flick through my book, my new Book of Shadows.
Nah, that's fine. That's acceptable.
I think I might try and climb a little tree. Are there any little trees around?
There's big trees and all.
Yeah, well, I'll climb up a little tree or a big tree and just sit up there, hidden from passers-by, just so I can keep an eye on the road.
It's not a road. It's a hill.
Just so I can keep an eye on the area around us.
Yeah, fantastic. About 2 hours in, can Fingers and Rav make a perception roll, please?
Do I get advantage being up in a tree or?
No, this is audio rather than visual.
Doesn't matter after all. I got 19. 19.
7.
Okay, Rav, you don't really... You're too engrossed in your book. Fingers, you hear a single voice scream out, then stop dead.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to use my message cantrip to alert Rav to what I've just heard.
Okay.
I'm going to get down the tree and then I'll... what kind of... Where was it coming from? The cave that we came out of or somewhere else?
Yep, the cave.
Okay, well, it's only 2 hours in. These guys have got another 2 hours to go. I don't think we should be going back in there anytime soon.
I'll use like Awakened Mind to communicate similarly to Fingers, but mine works in like pictures. So I'll communicate the cave as being like somewhere very bad and dark. No, and then I'll flash up a picture of just Milo with like flowers and bunny rabbits and all good things.
All right. Got all kinds of images flashing in Fingers' his brain right now. Well, I don't think we should go in the cave until these two have woken up and healed themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to about the 4 hour point. And again, Fingers, you're a little bit more attuned to this now. And you again hear another voice, an older male this time, screaming, and then suddenly it too is cut very short. Rav, you're still engrossed in your book. You're getting dark images, and yeah, this is something very new for you. Shortly afterwards, Taman and Milo start stirring. Describe your awakening, please. Taman.
I am probably very dazed. This is my first, I'm going to say, adventure out of a library. So being knocked out is a very new and fascinating experience for me. So as soon as I'm a bit more compass mentis, I'm going to grab my journal out and note down the experience.
Fascinating is not a word I'd use to being knocked unconscious.
It's very much a word that Tammin would use.
Yeah. Okay, Milo.
Very much being battle ready. He's going to gasp, jump to his feet, and flail his quarterstaff quickly to make sure that he's not in danger.
Okay, fantastic. Fingers. You see this sporadic display of the monk swinging his quarterstaff.
Yes.
And Rav is probably still nose deep in his book.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, sorry, Rav.
Yeah.
I'll
You
begin.
ain't the only one with the book now, Taman.
I know. I'm feeling like.
Oh, great.
jealous.
We have two of them now, do we?
So, I mean, well, I'll begin to explain to everybody now they're awake what I heard a couple of hours ago and what I've just heard again.
Yep.
Where it's coming from, and I'll say that personally, I'm thinking, well, leave them to their fate. We've been in there once, and it's not panned out too well. I don't know what the state of health for you two guys who've just woken up are, but it's not going to be great.
Out of game, you are on 1 hit point each.
Yeah, exactly.
So to use a hit die, you would need another short rest.
Well, a short rest would be advantageous for me.
Then you get all your key points back.
Yes.
So a second short rest for Ravenar would be a long rest, wouldn't it?
No, because you've had 4 hours. A short rest is only an hour, so that'll take you to 5 hours.
Oh, right, yeah.
A long rest is 8.
We could take another 4, couldn't we?
If I'm hearing screams, I'd rather get in there quickly.
Yeah, and it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the moment, so you're probably not ready for a long rest yet.
And I've been just woken up, so I'm ready to go. Kind of a bit sore.
So you want a short rest?
Yeah.
If we're safe enough to do so.
Okay, well, you've been safe for the last 4 hours.
Well, I'll keep watch. I'm happy to keep watch if that's what you want to do. I'll climb up the tree again and resume my vigil.
Yep.
And I'll roll some hit dice if that's okay with the DM.
Certainly. Taman, you two can roll any hit die you need.
Yep.
Very
I'm
cool.
just having a short rest. I'm just going to pop it to the loop.
Yeah, I'll take 5 minutes for a quick wee stop anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll stock up on H points.
Be right back.
Yep. That's 9. No, I can't count. 11 plus 9 is not 19. I'm at 20. And that makes me at full HP. For those of you tuned in, I hope you're enjoying the session so far as much as we are as characters. I know I am. Even though I've gone down already. Cannot escape fate forever.
In the sound of silence,
Very good song.
and from the darkest nights I saw
Depends on which version you're singing, though.
10,000 people, maybe more. Only the original. Come on.
Very good, very good. Not many people know who the original is.
Oh, that's a good question.
That is that. That is that. I believe the original was Simon and Garfunkel.
Was indeed.
I got very lucky on my rolls for HP.
You done good, did you?
Yeah, I got 2 over max hit points, so I'm at full.
Nice.
I rolled an 8 and 2 7s. Couldn't do that again if I tried, but
Yeah, I'm torn between Bridge Over Troubled Water or Sound of Silence.
I'd be torn across them two as well.
I think it would probably just be Sound of Silence.
Yeah, I prefer Simon and Garfunkel anyway. They've done a version of it as well.
They sung the original of Bridge Over Troubled Water and the Sound of Silence. So that's why I say, and I'll be torn between which one's my favourite of them two.
Is I'd have to say Sound of Silence myself. Oh, and thanks, Rav, for the idea of Milo and bunnies and flowers and stuff. As I was enjoying some popcorn at the same time and choking on it.
Better to choke on popcorn than choke on Ogre Club.
Already done that first. It hurts a lot.
Right, I think we're just waiting for Taman to get back.
And I am very lucky in the fact that I haven't rolled a 1 this whole game yet. I really want to.
Most halflings that roll 1 tend to do really well on the next roll.
Yeah. Unless it's me on death saves.
I don't think your 1 counts on death saves.
It does if you roll a second 1.
Hey?
Basically, with my lucky, if I re-roll a 1 on a death save and I get another natural 1, it counts as a double fail because I have to take the second dice.
Yeah, can you actually use lucky on the first roll?
Halfling luck, yes.
When you roll a 1 on attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh, you probably can then, yeah.
Yeah, death save is still a saving throw.
I've done it on episode 2 of Storm Kings Thunder, my first episode.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one that hasn't died yet, aren't I?
There's still time.
No one's died yet.
Well, knocked unconscious.
I don't know if anyone else heard that, but that sounded like a challenge.
I don't challenge.
Craig's going no challenge there.
I don't challenge a DM because I know how bad they can be.
Have you seen the comic strip Slack Raven? Have you ever seen the comic strip Slack Raven?
Nope.
No.
Oh, you need to check it out. It's hilarious. There's basically this lazy dragon. Just all different scenarios. He basically takes over this little village and they're all terrified of him, but he just can't be asked to do anything. So he basically just goes, feel me. Bring me a cushion to sleep on. And they just do it. And there's a whole series of various different ones because they're all terrified of him. They just don't realise how not caring he is. So basically, the general gist of him is he's just curled up, purring on this cushion.
Yeah, my Tuesday group having a little bit of a history lesson at the moment. They are trying to find one of their family members in an ancient dwarven burial crypt, and they're now in a room where each room represents a memory of one of the dwarven clan rulers' lives. So they've got to reenact that memory to not be attacked by a wraith when their memory ends.
Just tell them not to knock any buckets down wells.
It's quite interesting. There's it's a whole new party because they got TPK'd. And what I did love was the fact that they didn't want to go back into the part of the adventure where their original party died in order to try and recover their loot and finish the job. They wanted to just carry on from the next section.
Fair enough.
So
I
it's
thought
effective.
we were brown bread when we met Strahd last week.
You never actually met Strahd?
No.
No, one of us impersonated them, though.
He's that too.
That was just pure genius.
What's happening with your Adventure League game, Ollie?
Was mine. I
believe-
don't like Adventure League. I'm not into that.
What was the one you had set up? You were going to do though.
I
I
forget
think it
now.
was the different
Oh,
lands for different DMs.
No, well, I was going to do a Sunless Citadel. I was going to go through the Yawning Portal,
That's the one.
but I started. Well, I got asked by some people I used to play with to run a game for them, and I wrote a 3-shot, and I was so pleased with it. I thought I'd write it up and stick it on DM's Guild, and so. But they cancelled when we were supposed to start it last week. So I postponed Sunless Citadel to run that, and yeah, like I say, they cancelled. So I'm just in the process. Well, I'm in the process of finished writing that up. I'm going to stick it on there next week, I think. So I'm in a bit of an in-between phase at the minute. I'm desperate to run something, to be honest. I'm feeling a bit lost, but I've had a few things going on outside of the gaming world at the minute, so.
How did you find that the prepared one you did? Was it all right?
That was for my son.
Yeah.
It was half term last week, and I run quite a lot of games for him as solo games. So I'll give him 3 or 4 actions and boost up his hit points a little bit, and I run games for him. But it was really, really fun. Really enjoyed it. The one was Dib's Wagon or something, and
Yeah.
they're really funny little games. Actually, I really like those one-page ones, one-page adventures. They're cool.
I was going to run that originally when we did our Noble Rot game, but I decided on that one instead. Noble Rot. Seemed a bit-
That was good.
Yeah.
They only take about an hour, so they're not really enough for a whole game, but they're really fun as like a, an in-between thing.
Like side quests.
Yeah. Yeah, he's asked me to do him some more this weekend, so I think we'll have a play with a few more of them.
Yeah. I had to shoot off for that Noble What though, didn't I?
No, you stayed there till the end. It was me that was supposed to be shooting off.
Was that the demon? Yeah, that was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back, Haman. So,
Sorry about that.
You regain whichever hit points you want from your hit die.
Okay.
And the temperature's dropping a little bit. It's about 5 o'clock now. The sun's on its way down, but it's still well in the sky. And you haven't heard any more screams other than the 2 you've already heard, Fingers.
Right. Well, I'll tell them that all's been quiet since they've been resting. I guess I'll volunteer to lead the way into the cave, or I'm happy to, any other options. How do you guys want to do it?
I'm happy to go in front. I have no issues with the dark.
gonna open up and say, well, if I'm totally honest, I'm a little bit reluctant to go back in, but I'm also reluctant to be out here on my own. So,
Taman, you've got a level 1 spell slot back. Remember?
yes, I have. Thank you.
I'm happy to go in and help them, whoever they are, but I am kind of visually impaired. I could light my own torch. I have one.
Can I just ask what other options are about? I mean, we were told to go and find this village. Is this the only cave? Does the road go on further up the valley or whatever it is we're in? Or
There is no road. You are in rolling countryside.
Did
And
the foot traffic not just stop here, though?
The foot traffic leads into the cave, but the cave is part of a hill, and you went straight into the entrance.
I mean, as much as I like young ladies, they're not worth dying for.
Now I'm feeling myself again. I don't think I'm going to die again. I've limbered up again.
I bet he has.
I'm now ready for a fight this time.
Do you not think we should climb over the hill and see what's on the other side? Maybe the cave comes out on the other side.
Maybe.
How long would it take us to go the other side?
You could circle the hill in about an hour. So by that time, it'd get to about 6 o'clock, and you'd probably be getting close to dusk.
It's dark in the cave anyway, so that doesn't make any difference. I think we should have a better look at our surroundings. That's my vote.
If we've heard nothing there screaming from inside, then I would tend to agree.
So, are you going over or around?
If it takes an hour to go around, I would say we go around.
Yeah, I'd say go around.
Yep.
Okay, so from where you are slightly to the southeast of the cave entrance. Would you like to pass the cave entrance and go round it clockwise, or head away and go counterclockwise?
Counter, I would say.
I'm easy.
Okay, about 40 minutes into the circumference of the hill, you come across a stream that leads into a narrow tunnel on the west-hand side of the hill at the base.
Okay. Is the tunnel big enough for somebody to go in?
Yes, you could go in. It basically slowly descends.
How does a string come out of it then if it descends?
I never said the string comes out of it.
Oh, I thought you did, sorry.
No, the stream flows into it.
Oh, the string goes into it?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody got any rope?
Yes, I do actually. No, I don't actually.
I believe I do.
No, I don't.
We had a perfectly good front door and we've gone around the back. I have no idea why.
In fact,
I've got some rope. And a grappling hook. I don't mind going down there, but I want to go on a rope. I don't want to be falling hundreds of feet and end up in a cook pot or something.
sorry, guys. I missed another entrance for you. On the east-hand side of the hill, There was again another entrance that is dry, but leads into the cave. So there's one to the east, one to the west, because you've gone round.
How big is the one on the east? Is that human size or bigger? Or?
The one to the east is again humanoid sized.
I'm inclined to think the wetter entrance would be easier for us to slip in.
Yeah. Although that said, as it would be the first one we'd come across, I would probably inspect it and look as close as I could to the first one. Make sure that see if there's any signs of travel, if there's any dust like being disturbed or anything on the floor, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
At the east entrance.
Okay. There appears to be no humanoid footprints heading in or out of this entrance.
What about non-humanoid?
There appears to be no tracks at all.
Okay. I'll. This one doesn't look as though it's been disturbed or travelled recently. We should continue around and see if we can find anything else. Oh, look, another entrance.
I think we should probably finish our exploration of the base of the hill, though. Just make our way.
Yeah.
Making our way back to the cave entrance, the original cave entrance, just to make sure there's nothing else.
We had a perfectly good front door. We didn't need to go around the whole hill. We could have gone in the front door.
Yeah, so you've got an entrance to the east, an entrance to the west.
And a big entrance at the front.
And a huge big entrance to the front.
Well, if we're dead set on going in, my preference is to go where the stream is. I don't know how you lot feel about it.
I agree.
I'm also inclined to think we just go back and tell the sultanas that the villagers are all dead.
We should at least go and check. They might have some good loot. It's not particularly what my character would believe, but it'd probably be a good way of getting fingers to go and have a look.
Yeah.
If they're fleeing for their lives, they probably took the most valuable possessions.
Well, I'm happy to go in if you want to tie a rope around me and lower me down a bit.
Rav looks quite happy, and he sort of makes the hangman's noose.
It's only ankle deep.
I just don't want to fail some sort of athletics check and end up getting knocked out from a stream.
It's a very slow running stream
with a very evil GM.
Okay, well, I'll make my way down the first sort of 10 foot or so, and I'll use message to relay what I can see to the others. And if it's safe, then beckon them to carry on.
Okay, the tunnel sort of weaves and snakes, so you don't get a clear line of sight. But literally, this is ankle deep. It's not fast flowing. There is absolutely zero risk of you being knocked off your feet.
Okay. So we'll make our way down the tunnel with our ears and eyes wide open. I've got dark vision. Rav's got dark vision.
Yep. So as you get towards the end of the tunnel, the water forms a pool in what appears to be an otherwise empty cave. Are any of you going to have a drink of water?
No.
No.
Milo, well,
Okay. For a human drinking it, you can detect the high mineral content and know that it is spa water from the rocks. It's good water.
cool. I let the people know. I enjoyed that water.
This is some good water.
Okay, so as you make your way into the cave fingers, you spot a pool of water. There are some wet footprints here, Goblin, but they are drying. What you notice is a tunnel leading off to the left, and behind a rock formation just in front of you, there is another tunnel leading off straight ahead.
Which way do the drying footprints lead?
They lead in both directions.
So they're heading off down both tunnels.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Split pie. Joking.
Somebody smacked the monk.
This mineral water,
Missed.
is it clear enough to be able to see the bottom of the pool and roughly how deep it is?
Yeah, it's still just a sort of just above ankle deep. So it's probably up to your knees, and it's very clear, and it sort of seems to be seeping into the rocks.
Oh, right, okay. So we can wade through it, all right?
Oh yeah, easy.
I'm just going to look at Rav and say, just double check there's nothing lurking in that water. His dark vision's better than mine.
I'll sort of kick the water a little bit.
Splash.
Scientific approach.
I think we're okay.
Right. Well, I've not done very well with goblins, so I'll let one of you lot decide which way you fancy going.
As normal, I'm easy. I'm quite happy to go either way.
I'll point to the left and say that way looks as good as any.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Milo also likes the idea of going left.
That's because Milo's never right.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, so you sort of lead through a sort of 50, 60 foot windy tunnel. And what you notice, Fingers, and I'm not even going to make you roll for this, is there is a very obvious rock that has been placed in front of a tunnel that is trying to block passage.
Block passage is not a nice thing.
No.
Well, that's where the villagers are hidden, I'm guessing. Any tracks or whatnot around this blockage?
There is a single large humanoid footprint.
One
pair of footprints.
Oh, pair of footprints.
So it's not like lots of people use this route. It's just one.
Where does the footprint lead to?
Into where the rock is, and away to where the tunnel carries on just to the northeast.
All right. What do you guys think? Sounds to me like we've got a cell with an orc jailer or something like that.
I believe Milo has a grudge to pick with some orcs.
Can you make a survival roll? Fingers.
Fingers.
All I was going to point out is Fingers says that's not supposed to be there.
4.
It's just humanoid as far as you're concerned.
Yeah.
Anyone else who's trained in survival, so not just anyone who has proficiency in survival can make a survival roll.
Nope.
Not me.
Yeah.
I'm -1, so you've got to be better than that.
Well, I've got +1 in survival, but I'm not proficient in it.
No, so you're not.
I'm +2, but not proficient. So
Yeah, so no one's trained in survival, so no other roles.
Well, I think we should try and move this rock. I think we should use Milo's staff as a lever, employing Archimedes' theory of levers to assist us.
I am not the only one with the staff. I will add that.
No, but I like the look of yours.
So do I. I'm quite fond of it myself.
Yours
Is that definitely your plan of action?
No, I'm just throwing it out there as an idea.
I agree. We should move the rock.
Yeah.
I will mention I was beaten in quarterstaff battle by our friend here, Rav. He is much stronger and more deft with his than I am with mine.
Well, that's what don't matter if yours breaks.
It does matter.
Rav will just look at Milo and smile.
I can find you another stick in a bit. It doesn't matter.
The double bluff.
How about I shove this stick where the sun doesn't shine, good sir?
Can I just whack him one on the shin lightly and go, wait until you're invited?
Did you miss me finishing off those 2 ogres, or oh no, you were asleep, weren't you? Sorry.
Oh, we have jokes, do we? Good fun. Yes.
Yes.
While the 2 little small ones are arguing over whose is bigger, I'm going to stick my quarterstaff under the rock and try and use it as a cantilever.
Okay, so before you do that,
Yeah.
no, this is going to trigger a fairly time-extensive event. So I know Ollie's got work early tomorrow anyway, so I'm going to call that a night.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get stuck into something and then have to pause it too early. And I think in about 12 or 13 minutes, Craig's going to get cramp anyway, so let's try and stop him from getting that. So I'm going to end that there, guys, and I will stop the broadcast. If you have been watching, thank you very much indeed. If you do watch it, thank you very much indeed. If you're not a subscriber, please +1 to my YouTube channel. Always appreciated. From me, from Craig, from Lee, from Ollie, and from Dave, we bid you adieu and have a good evening.
Bye.
That's right.